All right, today we're going to talk about random numbers. Random numbers is another library that you can import in Python. So the very first thing, obviously, we're going to do here is we're going to import random. Okay, so this is going to allow us to import random numbers. Random numbers are incredibly important in programming. It allows us to tell it what range of numbers we want to pick, and then it will randomly pick those numbers every time the program runs. You can see this in games a lot. You know, we have a game that has a random chance of something occurring, whether it's, you know, falling into something or getting hit by something. And so they use random numbers to generate that. Okay, so we're going to import random. What we're going to do with this is just import two random numbers, and then we're going to kind of add them together and just do something with that. We'll probably print them both out as well. Okay, so we're just going to do two numbers. We're going to call this num1. And we're going to say that this is equal to random. So notice the connection here. We're going to import random. And then we're going to do rand int. Okay. And after this, we're going to tell it, we're just going to pick from 1 to 5. So this is how the coding works with this, is you import the library and then you do random. So this is telling it that we're pulling on this library that we have, and we're going to do a random int between 1 and 5. And then we can go ahead and actually, we're going to copy this whole thing here. And then you just got to be careful if you do that, that you want to make sure that this is num2. Okay, so let's just check to make sure that this works. We're going to go ahead and print num1. And we're going to go ahead and print num2. Okay, so if we run this, 4 and 2. Okay, so let's just go ahead and run this again. We're going to separate this out just so everybody can see it really well. And so we run it again. Now 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 5, 2. So it's going to pick a number between 1 and 5. This could be anything you wanted it to be, though. And if it's an integer, you know, I mean, this is infinite. If we wanted to say that this is going to be 1 million, well, it's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. We'll do 1 million. And there's 554,000. Now this would be quite random, right? And we want to keep a kind of smaller number. So we'll keep it 5. All right, but there's our numbers, and every time we run the code, it's just going to keep doing that over and over. It's interesting that 5 and 4 kept popping up there twice. There you go. That's how that works. And if you wanted to, you could add these together. I mean, that's not a problem at all. You know, you could come up with another variable called answer, and we're going to say that num1 is going to be added to num2. And so what's going to happen, it's going to take those two numbers, add them together, and then let's go ahead and print answer. So now answer is a variable as well, and it's going to become whatever the sum is of these two. So let's go ahead and run it. Now there's 5 and 1, and add them together and it becomes 6. 2 and 3 becomes 5, you know. Pretty simple. And you can do anything with this. You could multiply them, you can do whatever you want. But this is how random works. Again, you set the start. Maybe you don't want it to be 1. Maybe you want it to be 5 and you want it to go to 10. Okay, or 20, or 30, or whatever you want it to be. And maybe this one we want it to be 2 to 8. Okay, it's going to just randomly pick numbers. There's 9, it's within the 5 and 10. There's 2, between the 2 and the 8, adds them together. So pretty straightforward. Okay, that's how you use random for a random integer. Hopefully that helps you, and good luck with all your coding.